Okay, so I'm finally gonna start posting my videos. I was kind of debating on how to start, but I figure I'll just start where I kind of know where everybody's asking me. I get a lot of people asking me questions about, because they know I've been through a lot in the past couple of years. So I get a lot of messages on how I make it through all this stuff. Um, and to be honest, I was really lost at one point, like extremely lost. I was down at my extreme lowest. And I had no other choice but to pick myself up, and I had to figure out a way to do it. And my mom had bought this book called The Secret and a DVD. Anyways, I watched it and it was kind of cool. It's very uplifting and, it got my attention. But again, like I got so lost in my own life and I forgot about it. Well, when I went through my first, when I got a divorce or separation with my first husband, um, I took it really, really hard and I literally like broke in like a million pieces. Like what he did to me, like broke me really bad. And I had a choice. I could either just stay in pieces or I could put myself back together. So, of course, I'm a strong female and I don't want to fail. So I did anything to try and figure out what I could do to put myself back together. And I was led back to this book, but yet they had the documentary on YouTube. And so I just started watching that documentary and I watched it over and over and over and over again because it's very uplifting and it basically, it's the law of attraction. Your thoughts become things. And so I started downloading different subliminals and stuff off of YouTube and started listening to the motivational speakers, self-help, personal development, things like that, and just brainwashing myself that I was strong and I was independent and I can get through this and I can get through the breakup, my heart's strong, and it wasn't easy. I would wear headphones every single night with subliminals or hypnosis on how to get over a breakup because I honestly did not know how to fix my broken heart. Like it was horrible. I cried a lot. I questioned why things happened to me and all that was really negative. But then when I was watching The Secret, I realized that I pretty much brought it upon myself. My biggest fears came true. Mind blown. I had certain fears about the relationship and about losing him and about things like that. And the crazy thing is, like, exactly everything I feared, exactly, just the things I feared were told to me. And that was like ultimately the end of our relationship. And someone had told to me, like, everything that I had just feared just now became my reality. Everything I was so afraid of was just now, it's real. And I broke. And once I found, I watched the documentary, it was like a light bulb. I was like, dude, I fucking created this. I did this to myself. I brought on these fears and I focused on them so much because I was so scared for this to happen in my life that I brought it upon myself. Like I manifested this. But at the same time, it's like, light bulb again. Well, if I can manifest that, well, if I focus on the right things, I can manifest whatever I want. And I did really well. I mean, I don't know if you guys saw my last relationship, but it was perfect. And I sabotaged myself again. I fell in love. I was so in love with this guy. Like, oh my God, I was so in love with him. And again, I forgot my focus. I forgot my, meditation and everything that got me what I wanted. And I got so consumed in his life that I forgot about my meditating. I forgot about my, self-help, my subliminals, focusing and manifesting and staying positive. And I was just so focused on him. And then I was so worried about losing him, like doing the same thing, worried about the same thing happening again. And that's exactly what happened again. Everything I was so scared of. I was scared, he'd go you know, out of the country, and that he'd leave me, and that I would lose him, and that he'd cheat on me. And guess what happened? I manifested it again. Just like I manifested what I wanted, I manifested what I didn't want. So again, I need to focus. I need to catch myself. But the cool thing is, like, I did manifest what I wanted. I had the perfect relationship. We were in love. We had fun. I did things I'd never done before. You know, I traveled. Like, we traveled. Like, to me, it was a great, great experience, and it was a huge eye opener. And you know, I honestly, even though I was, you know, with my ex for like almost 15 years, like 14 years, I don't think I was in love with him the way I was in love with this guy. I got to experience love for the first time, like real, true love. So it was amazing. It's really cool, even though I got a heartbreak. But I can only blame myself because I manifested it. I was so scared to lose him, and so scared that he was going to do the same thing to me. And I just kept focusing and focusing and focusing on that, and not him and us and like the good things. And so guess what? Exactly what I was afraid of happened. Exactly. And that's when I had to pull myself together. I went through a bad depression again. You know, we're human, it happens. But again, I put myself to YouTube. I found some new motivational speakers. I found some intuitive healer, like this intuitive healer. I found a new thing. And that's when I decided, like, because so many people look up to me and ask me for advice, like, I should do the same thing. So I also found my calling, my purpose, which is to help other people. So I don't mind putting my business out there if I can help other people. A lot of people say, don't put your business out there, you know, it's personal. I understand it's personal, but at the same time, like, there's so many other people going through the same thing. And if I'm able to learn something from it and share, I don't mind. Like, it's whatever. And I really don't care what people think about me. Everybody's so worried about what everybody thinks, and people are so judgmental about people. My suggestion for people like that, if you're so judgmental and you're worried about other people, why don't you take that energy and focus on yourself? Stop pointing at other people's flaws and just work on yourself. How about that? How about not being negative towards people? How about just focusing on positive? Now, I'm not saying I'm positive all the time. I try, but I do, when I do get negative, I do catch myself and try and refocus and ask myself how I can handle that different, or how I can be different, or, you know, I ask the universe, what can I do to change that? Or what can I do to change my feelings? There's so many different things that I want to show you guys, and I'm going to start making videos because I've listened to so many different, life coaches and personal development, and like the intuitive healer. Like, there's so much that I've used to help. So that's what I want to do. I'm going to start posting videos and show you guys what I've done to overcome all this craziness and stay positive and manifest like cool things in my life. And I'm going to work on manifesting my dream life again, because I just had it and it was amazing. So I can't wait to see what comes next, because it's going to be even better. So hopefully you guys will watch my videos and subscribe to my channel, because I'm going to start posting more videos. But hopefully this wasn't too long or too bad. So bye, guys. Positive vibes.